A dangerous and rapidly evolving storm system is threatening millions of Americans tonight, and honestly, the most alarming part is that the worst of it will arrive while most people are fast asleep. USA Storm Center is tracking this outbreak closely, and what we are seeing on the models is, well, deeply concerning. The same powerful cold front that carved a path of destruction through Iowa and Illinois is now racing southeast at high speed. It is dragging with it a loaded warm sector, with dew point temperatures climbing into the upper 60s, values that meteorologists are calling extraordinary for the first week of April. That moisture and instability is the fuel feeding tonight's storms. The primary threat tonight is overnight tornadoes embedded within a fast-moving squall line. These are among the most dangerous weather events possible, not because they are necessarily the strongest tornadoes, but because they strike in complete darkness, wrapped in heavy rain, with near-zero visibility. You cannot see them coming. You cannot spot rotation in the sky. By the time a warning is issued, the storm may already be on top of you. The overnight target zone stretches from eastern Missouri and southern Illinois, down through western Kentucky, western Tennessee, northern Arkansas, and directly through the Memphis metro area. Temperatures ahead of the line are holding in the upper 60s to mid-70s, well past midnight, meaning the atmosphere will remain primed and dangerous through the early morning hours. There is a critical reason why overnight tornadoes are so deadly. After dark, the low-level jet stream strengthens, wind shear increases, and there is no daylight to help anyone identify a dangerous storm visually. The storms are transitioning from discrete supercells into a linear squall line. While squall lines are generally less efficient at producing tornadoes than isolated supercells, the embedded tornadoes they do produce, especially at 2 or 3 in the morning, are exceptionally dangerous because communities have no warning and no time. Even without a tornado, tonight's squall line carries the potential for straight-line winds exceeding 70 miles per hour. Winds at that speed are capable of ripping roofs off homes, snapping large trees, and knocking out power across wide regions in minutes. This is a significant wind damage event regardless of tornado activity. If you live anywhere from Memphis through western Kentucky, southern Illinois, or northern Arkansas, you need to take action before you go to sleep tonight. Do not wait for a warning to sound before you have a plan. Know exactly where your shelter is, an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows. If you live in a mobile home, please find alternative shelter before tonight. Mobile homes offer almost no protection from strong winds or tornadoes, even relatively weak ones. The single most important thing you can do right now is ensure your weather alerts are turned on with the volume turned up. Outdoor warning sirens are not designed to wake people who are sleeping indoors. Your phone, or a dedicated weather radio, is your lifeline tonight. If a tornado warning is issued between midnight and 5 in the morning, you must be woken up by that alert. Your life may depend on it. While the South braces for tornadoes, a completely different emergency is unfolding across the northern tier of the country. A major winter storm is burying Minnesota, Wisconsin, Montana, Wyoming, and the Dakotas under heavy snow and dangerous ice accumulation. Power outages are likely across the northern plains and upper Midwest as ice builds on trees and power lines. This is a reminder that this single storm system is simultaneously producing tornadoes, flooding snow and ice across multiple regions of the country at the same time. Rainfall rates in some areas have already reached nearly 1.8 inches per hour, a rate fast enough to trigger flash flooding in a matter of minutes. Low-lying areas, creek and river bottoms, and flood-prone communities need to monitor conditions closely. If water begins rising on roadways, do not attempt to drive through it. Flood waters are deceptive and deadly. Turn around, don't drown. Across the Northeast today, conditions are calm and pleasant. Washington, D.C., Baltimore, and Philadelphia are enjoying warm spring weather. However, a cold front will sweep through on Sunday, bringing showers and the possibility of stronger storms. The Mid-Atlantic and Carolinas are also quiet today, but storms, including a marginal tornado risk, are expected Sunday afternoon and evening. Even if you are not in tonight's primary threat zone, your time is coming this weekend. Looking further ahead, this active pattern is not going away anytime soon. Both the European and GFS models are in strong agreement that storm systems will continue to reload through the middle of April. This is not a one-and-done event. This is a prolonged, multi-week severe weather and flood pattern. The Climate Prediction Center has issued a high-risk excessive rainfall outlook for April 10th and 11th. That designation is rarely issued this far in advance, and the fact that forecasters have issued it already signals extremely high confidence in a major flood event. The target area covers North Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and into the broader Midwest. Communities in these areas need to begin preparing now, not next weekend. Immediately following that system, another severe weather setup is expected between April 12th and 14th. That means back-to-back major storm events with very little recovery time in between. Rivers and streams that are still elevated from the first event will have no chance to recede before the second round arrives. Flash flooding and river flooding risks will compound significantly. Easter Sunday will bring its own round of storms to the Carolinas, Virginia, and Maryland. A marginal tornado risk exists across this region on Sunday afternoon. If you have outdoor Easter plans in the Mid-Atlantic or Southeast, make sure you have an indoor backup ready and, keep an eye on conditions throughout the day. For those in the immediate overnight threat zone tonight, here is what USA Storm Center wants you to do right now. Charge your phone. Turn on emergency weather alerts and set the volume to maximum. Locate your shelter point in your home and make sure everyone in your household knows where it is. If you have young children or elderly family members who may not wake up on their own, assign someone to physically wake them if a warning is issued. Pre-position flashlights and shoes near your bed in case you need to move quickly in the dark. For flood-prone communities across Oklahoma, North Texas, and Kansas looking ahead to next weekend, this is the time to prepare your emergency kit, know your evacuation routes, and monitor your local National Weather Service office for updates as the event draws closer. For residents in the winter storm zone across the northern plains, stay home if travel is not essential. Ice accumulation on roads makes driving extremely hazardous, even for experienced drivers. Keep devices charged, have flashlights and backup batteries ready, and, check on neighbors and elderly residents in your area. The pattern we are tracking at USA Storm Center is one of the most active and dangerous multi-hazard setups we have seen this spring. Multiple simultaneous emergencies, a continuous reloading storm track, and high-confidence model agreement on a significant flood threat next weekend all point to an extended period of dangerous weather across a large portion of the country. Stay weather aware, stay alert tonight, and stay with USA Storm Center for continuous updates as this